Greetings, YouTube. In the past few months, I've started to listen to a number of different podcasts, so I thought I'd talk about the ones that I currently listen to. First off, I listen to Extra Life Radio. Extra Life Radio is hosted by 3 people, all of whom are webcomic artists. 2 are U.S. citizens, and 1 lives in Colombia. It's very funny. These guys talk about all kinds of geeky things, movies, music, role-playing games, video games, you name it. It's very adult, though. They are rather rude, but they are very funny. I listen to the Canadian comedy sketch troupe known as Loading Ready Run. They do weekly videos, comedy videos, and they also do a weekly podcast in relationship to their videos. The podcasts talk about the videos they make. They also talk about video games, films. They answer questions that the community that has grown up around their website ask. And these people have been putting out a weekly video for years, and some of them are incredibly funny. I can't stress enough that some of these things are just laugh out loud fun, and they're free, and these guys do it because they love to do it. Next is my friend Scott Wagner's page for his comic book Atomic Robo. They've only done 2 podcasts so far, but they plan to do more in the future. And it's kind of interesting to listen to both the artist and the writer of a comic book talk about comic books. At least I find it interesting. Another podcast I listen to is Brilliant Gameologists. 3 hosts talk about gaming, and that's it. And of course the related topics that all gamers talk about. And this is tabletop gaming, D&D, Burning Wheel, GURPS, Rifts, things like that. I really enjoy them. They put out a podcast, I think, once a week. Then I also listen to the 3.5 Private Sanctuary podcast. And this is a page with its own forums, which is dedicated to the 3.5 edition rules for Dungeons & Dragons. It's a loyalist group, and they talk about different ways of playing the game, different aspects of role-playing, and they get into some fairly deep analysis of role-playing itself. Podcasts are around half an hour long each, which is nice. They're not overly long. And the last one I've been listening to, and I'm still working my way through their backlog, is the Podge Cast. And more gaming stuff. They talk about cons. They talk about, of course, gaming-related topics like movies and things like that. And I kind of interesting because 2 of these podcasts, the Podge Cast and the Brilliant Gameologists, they're locals. Brilliant Gameologists, all of them live in Massachusetts, just south of me, and at least one of the members of the Podge Cast lives here in New Hampshire, where I live, which is kind of neat knowing that they're that close. It kind of has a backyard feel to it because they're making references, and I understand the references, which is kind of cool. I've been also thinking of expanding my repertoire to more podcasts in the future. Many of them are going to probably be gaming podcasts because it's a topic I really enjoy. I'm not playing right now, so I'm kind of living vicariously through these podcasts. But they're entertaining, they're completely free, and it's, for me at least, it's interesting to see how other people participate in the hobby that I've been involved with for 31 years. And a lot of these people have been doing it long enough, they really do have kind of a radio personality. So it's entertaining. They know how to deliver a line. They know how to make humor. Some of them actually have, I don't know necessarily scripts for their podcasts, but outlines. So they're talking about things in a sensible manner. It's very entertaining. It's a lot of fun. And check them out if you want to. I'll post the list of the links in the sidebar.